What's the most satisfying way you've seen a bully get shut down? My new neighbor tried to legally bully me out of my house. He ended up making me a local hero. I just bought my first home, a small fixer-upper that needed a lot of love, but it was mine. I poured my entire savings into it. Then Mr. Henderson moved in next door. He was a retired lawyer with a condescending smile and way too much time on his hands. It started small. A formal, typed letter about my lawn being an inch over the city ordinance. A note taped to my door about the color of my mailbox not being on the approved neighborhood palette, which wasn't a real thing. Each letter was polite on the surface but dripped with the threat of official action. My peace, my dream, was turning into a nightmare. It got worse. He filed a formal complaint about my dog barking at night, a neat trick considering I own a 17-year-old cat who is completely deaf. He tried to claim a 1-foot strip of my driveway was his, citing an obscure 100-year-old survey map he discovered. Every week, there was a new registered letter, a new threat of legal action that would cost me thousands to fight. I was terrified. One evening, I was talking to another neighbor down the street, and she told me the last 2 families on Henderson's other side had sold their homes to a developer for way under market value. Both had left after a year of Henderson's constant, nitpicking harassment. He wasn't just a cranky old man. He was a property predator trying to drive me out so he could get a kickback from the developer who wanted my land. I was panicking. I couldn't afford a legal battle. He loved paper trails. He loved documentation and formal complaints, so I decided I would give him the most thorough paper trail he had ever seen. I registered a domain name. It was simple, direct, and very searchable. I called it hendersoncomplaints.com. I spent an entire weekend with a cheap scanner. I scanned every single letter, every frivolous complaint, every legal threat he had ever sent me. I redacted my personal information and uploaded them as high-quality PDFs, organized by date. I wrote a simple, factual timeline of events. Then I did some public records research. I added a section with the property sales of his former neighbors, showing how quickly they sold and for how little, right next to a link to the developer who bought them. I didn't say a word to him. I just printed 100 simple flyers with a website address and a QR code. The title on the flyer read, "Thinking of moving to Oak Street? Know your neighbors." I put one in every mailbox on my street and the surrounding blocks. The website got hundreds of hits the first day, then thousands. People started emailing me their own stories about him, which I added to a community testimonials page. He tried to send me a cease and desist letter, which I promptly scanned and uploaded to the site under the heading Latest Complaint. The local news blog picked it up. He was publicly and permanently humiliated by his own words. A for sale sign went up on his lawn 2 weeks later. The new owners brought me a bottle of wine.